So if you have done, let me say this, the emotional work, okay, but you still feel something deeper is asking to be resolved, then Psalm 139 may be the key that you have been missing. So there are wounds that therapy cannot name and patterns that logic alone cannot explain. So in this video, I'm going to explain why Psalms 139 is uniquely powerful for healing karmic and past life patterns, especially for women who are intuitive, women that are empathetic and spiritually sensitive. This isn't about relief. It's about spiritual law, it's about remembrance, and it's also about responsibility. Because God said, before I formed you in the womb, okay, He knew you. So this line alone, it tells something profound. The soul is not born with the body, okay? Psalm 39 acknowledges pre-incarnational awareness. So the ideal that your soul existed, carried memory, and entered this life with intention, okay? So karmic patterns often persist because the soul remembers what the mind cannot. So this Psalms 139, it doesn't try to erase memory, no, but it places memory inside divine order. And that's why it brings relief rather than overwhelm. So many women, yes, they sense something didn't begin here, no, but they lack a framework to understand it safely. So without structure, okay, intuition turns into anxiety, sensitivity turns into self-sacrifice, and memory turns into emotional looping, right? So Psalms 139, it introduces containment. You hem me in, behind and before. This is a spiritual boundary language right here, okay? Karmic healing, it requires containment, not emotional, okay? Not emotional chaos. Let me say that, okay? This Psalms, what it does, it creates a spiritual boundary where insight can occur without re-traumatization, okay? So listen, let me say this. It says, search me, O God, and know my heart. So this is one of the most misunderstood, let me say that, lies. This is not about self-judgment, no. But this is consented revelation right here. And so in karmic work, what is revealed must be what the soul is ready to release. Not everything, okay? Not everything it has ever carried. Psalms 139, it respects timing. It allows karmic patterns, okay, to surface only when clarity and sovereignty are present. And that's why it's safe. Okay, so this is why women respond so deeply to Psalms. Across timelines, many women have carried spiritual roles that require silence, emotional labor, spiritual service without authority. So Psalms 139, it restores your voice, it restores authorship. This reclaims destiny without submission to suffering, okay? And it tells the soul that you were not meant to carry, baby, everything alone. But what you were meant to do is to choose consciously. So this is a sacred lineage remembrance. It is. And so karmic loops repeat. Sacred lineage remembers forward, and Psalms 139 does not trap you in the past, but what it does, it aligns you with who you were before distortion. And this is why women feel relief, not intensity, when working with the Psalms. So listen, this Psalms reconnects you to original spiritual authority. It clears energetic boundaries and embodied intuition rather than psychic overwhelm. This is not emotional spirituality, no, but it is structured spiritual remembrance of who you are. So if you feel guided while listening, not triggered, see, that's a sign of readiness right there. And so I work with women who are ready to end karmic patterns without reliving pain, okay? I work with women that are ready to restore spiritual boundaries. You're ready to step out of overgiven cycles and to reclaim your sacred lineage with clarity. And this work is not rushed. It's not dramatic. It is ethical, though. It is contained, and it is also embodied. So if you are ready to step into your sacred lineage and heal what was carried, I invite you to work with me, okay? So you'll find the details in the description below of this video. And let me say this, May what is revealed bring peace. May what is released bring clarity. And may you remember who you were before you learned to disappear. Thank you so much for watching.